In the first light of dawn, the ruins of Alexandria, Egypt, slowly appear. Then the camera dives beneath the Mediterranean Sea into dark water, broken columns, shattered statues. For 2,000 years, a mystery has remained buried in the pages of history. This is the story of a woman who was not just a queen, not just beautiful, but a brilliant diplomat, a linguist, a master strategist. Her name was Cleopatra VII. Legends say she died by the bite of a venomous snake, a royal suicide. But what happened to her body? Where was she buried? Her final wish was simple yet powerful: to rest forever beside the man she loved, Mark Antony. Yet history never found their bodies. History never found their tomb. But today, an archaeologist's obsession, an ocean explorer's technology, and the aftermath of a catastrophic earthquake may finally bring us closer than ever. This is not just the story of Cleopatra. This is the story of the search for her lost tomb. And that search may lead us to a forgotten harbor hidden beneath the sea. 1st century BC, Rome was transforming from a republic into a powerful empire. And Egypt? Egypt was the last Hellenistic kingdom, the final legacy of Alexander the Great. Cleopatra ruled this kingdom, Greek by blood, Egyptian by culture. She presented herself as the living embodiment of the goddess Isis. Isis, the goddess who gathered the pieces of her husband Osiris and brought him back to life. And this symbolism may hold the key, because Cleopatra may have wanted her final resting place inside a temple dedicated to Isis. But history took a violent turn. At the Battle of Actium, Cleopatra and Mark Antony were defeated by Octavian, the man who would later become Rome's first emperor, Augustus. Antony took his own life, and soon after, Cleopatra followed. But did Octavian truly allow them a royal burial? Roman history claims Cleopatra died when a snake hidden in a basket of figs bit her. But when a forensic mind examines the story, it begins to look very different. Enter Kathleen Martinez, a criminal lawyer from the Dominican Republic, but in her heart, an archaeologist. When she first proposed her theory, people laughed. She said, "History is written by the victors. The Romans destroyed Cleopatra's reputation. I want to defend her before history itself." Martinez began mapping possibilities. Where could Cleopatra have hidden her body? She was imprisoned in Alexandria. The Romans would never allow a royal Egyptian burial. They would destroy her tomb, erase her memory. Until one name appeared on the map: Taposiris Magna, a temple city 45 kilometers west of Alexandria, a temple dedicated to Isis and Osiris. Martinez believed this was the place. Excavations began. For years, almost nothing. Doubt grew. But then, in 2022, everything changed. Beneath the temple, archaeologists discovered a tunnel, 1,300 meters long, carved directly through stone and leading straight toward the Mediterranean Sea. Its age? About 2,000 years, exactly the time of Cleopatra. Martinez believed this tunnel may have been the final funeral path, but the tunnel ended near the coastline, and beyond it, today, lies the sea, which raised a shocking question. Was Cleopatra's tomb now underwater? Martinez realized she needed help. Not just an archaeologist, but the world's greatest ocean explorer. She contacted Dr. Robert Ballard, the man who discovered the wreck of the Titanic in 1985, and he agreed.
Soon, sonar scans began across the seafloor, and slowly, shapes appeared on the screen. Massive stone blocks, rows of columns, ancient anchors. Divers discovered amphora jars, pottery untouched for 2,000 years, and suddenly, a lost harbor appeared beneath the sea. Martinez herself dove into the water. She touched an ancient clay jar resting silently on the seabed. 2,000 years, untouched. Her hands trembled because she realized they were in the right place. But how did it sink? The answer comes from a disaster in the year 365 AD, a massive earthquake near Crete, followed by a devastating tsunami. The waves swallowed Egypt's northern coast. Cities sank, harbors vanished, and with them, perhaps, Cleopatra's final resting place. Today, the search continues. Stone pillars 20 feet tall, bronze statues, coins bearing Cleopatra's face, all pointing to one possibility. Her story may end here. Kathleen Martinez has searched for over 20 years. People say the tomb may never be found, but she answers simply, "If you look with our eyes, you will see it." But what if the tomb is never discovered? What if the tsunami erased everything? Or what if Cleopatra's body was secretly burned and sent down the Nile so the Romans could never touch her? Would the search be meaningless? No, because this search is not just about a tomb. It is about remembering a woman who refused to disappear from history. Not just a lover, not just a queen, but a pharaoh, a diplomat, a warrior. One day, the lost tomb of Cleopatra may be found. But even if it is not, Cleopatra herself will never truly be lost. Because the greatest mysteries of history are really the stories of the people who shaped it. And Cleopatra still lives in every question we continue to ask.